What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome Austin here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. Today, I'm actually talking about Volt Inu. And if you don't know what Volt Inu is a hyper-deflationary token where their whole aim is to invest in multiple asset classes such as NFTs, nodes, altcoins, staking and farming, and stable coins. And the whole reason that they're doing that is to make sure that you diversify your investment, and it helps mitigate the risk. So if one asset is down, another asset might be doing really, really well that day. And so the whole goal is to be able to spread it across different assets so that, you're not all bogged down in one asset. That's really how Volt caught my attention, was that they're trying to get in multiple assets and not just one. And as an investor, you want to make sure that you mitigate your risk as much as possible, especially in the cryptocurrency world. So some people might ask, well, what makes it a hyper-deflationary token? And it says right here, the profits made on a treasury investment are then used to buy back and burn Volt tokens. In addition to this deflationary mechanism, Volt has implemented an automatic 4% burn tax on the Binance Smart Chain. So that's the cool thing too, is that Volt isn't only an ERC20 token, they're also a Binance Smart Chain token. So then you might ask yourself, why would a token be on the BSC and the ERC20? And the reason is because right here it says the merger of these two mechanisms guarantees a continuous rising floor due to the decrease of circulating supply. So that's what they're doing. They're actually going to be doing burns, and it's going to decrease the supply of Volt, which obviously with the scarcity of it is going to increase the floor of Volt and increase the price of the token that you hold. And so a lot of people like these burn mechanisms and tokens, and I'm one of them, because again, we don't know where this is actually going to go 2-3 years down the road. Again, the scarcity of this token, the more they get burned, the more that they're no longer in circulation, only increases the floor of a token. And it'll be actually exciting to see what Volt Inu will be able to bring in the coming years. So this is actually the ERC20 side of it. You can see that Volt Inu is actually doing pretty well right now. They came out in December 19th of 2021. Again, they went up, they hit their all-time high. They come down a little bit and they're trading sideways right now. This chart actually looks pretty healthy for the most part, I gotta say. In addition to that, they're migrating to a V2 contract to reduce the amount of zeros that you see right here. This has actually been a hot topic right now. It is cool to see that the team is moving to a V2 to help reduce these zeros, which is only gonna help the investors. And I gotta be honest, I was expecting this to actually go down a lot further when people learned of the V2. But really, this is where this Volt army is super strong. The team behind this is super strong. And it shows right here that even on the announcement of a V2 contract, not a lot of people were selling off on this. And like I said, this has actually hit their floor right here, I think, and it's just going to ride this out until the V2 is launched, which hopefully gets launched sometime this week, maybe into next week. Hopefully later this week, maybe next week, the V2 contract will come out, which means you're going to have to migrate your tokens over if you are already holding the tokens. Go over to Twitter, make sure you follow Volt. It's under Volt Inu here. They got a blue check mark. Make sure you subscribe to them so you can actually follow through and see when this migration happens, and so you can actually go into the link, migrate your tokens into V2, because like they said, in the first week, the migration is going to be super easy. You're going to be able to go in, migrate your tokens over to the new V2 contract. However, if you miss this week and you try to migrate next week or later down the road, it's going to take up to a month before your tokens will actually migrate over to a V2. If you have tokens on those exchanges, those will automatically migrate over to the V2 contract. So you won't have to worry about that if you have tokens on these exchanges right now. So make sure this week, when it actually launches, when the migration link comes out, make sure you jump on it right away and migrate your tokens immediately, and so that you're already under the V2 contract and you don't have to sweat it, you don't have to worry about it, because that's the worst thing, is to sit there and wait and wonder what happened to your tokens. So looking at their tokenomics, both on the BSC and the Ethereum network, they have a 13% sell and buy tax, with 1% going to reflections, 4% getting added to liquidity, 4% going to marketing development, and then 4% going to treasury. And so that's the cool thing here, is that right down here in the BSC side, they have that 4% automatic burn. And so this really helps out with the whole hyper deflationary token that they talk about. And it really just keeps the burn going with the tokens every time someone buys or sells. And again, that's why it speeds up and decreases the circulation as much as possible. In addition to that, you might see where it says treasury over here. So this is where actually percentages go to the treasury, to where they actually then go and they buy back the tokens and they burn them as well. And the cool thing is you can actually go into their dashboard over here, which you guys all know I actually love dashboards. And you can go through here and see their buyback and burn ledgers. So they go back and they show you every time that they burn something. So you can see right here that they burned 124 Ethereum on February 25th. I mean, that's a pretty dang big burn, dude. And so that's really why I like dashboards, because you can attach your wallet and really just track your money, track where your investment's at. And that's what I like to see. This is another cool function here. So they've done a total of 7 buybacks, an average amount of 80,726 USD for a total of $526,000 that they've actually burned off. And I mean, That's pretty incredible for a token that's only been out for, what, 4 months? Here's the roadmap. They've already hit stage 1. They hit everything in stage 2. They're working in stage 3 here. The only thing here in stage 3 is they're working on their treasury staking and farming. However, they've done a lot of things. They're already into stage 4 over here, where they'll be working on their automated social activity reward system, along with their NFT collection, their Volt Fiat giveaway, their Volt Swap that they're coming out with, a launch pad. I mean, there's so many things coming in stage 4 here. And again, once this migration goes over to V2 and that thing gets all settled down, stage 4 is going to be coming in hot and heavy. And I think a lot of people have been waiting for stage 4 to come. I mean, you know, a launch pad and an incubator for new tokens to get listed. Obviously, the Volt Swap that's coming out. You're going to be able to go on there and you're going to have staking and farming. And so as you can see, there's still a ton of catalysts coming right here in stage 4. So many things that are going to be happening here. Honestly, I'm sort of excited about it. I can't lie. I'm actually really excited. So if you want to buy Volt Inu, you can choose to either buy it on the Ethereum side or on the BSC side of it. You'll have to go through PancakeSwap on the BSC side, and you'll have to go through Uniswap on the Ethereum side. So for me, I choose to copy these contracts and actually go to the physical website versus going through the web page here. You just never know what could happen. I like to triple check my stuff because I do have that OCD. So if you are going to do that, I suggest that you copy this. You go over to Uniswap, type it into Uniswap here. I like to make sure that I go to the right Uniswap. Make sure you copy the right contract. Launch the pad here. Select the token. And there it is, Volt. Now you ensure that you're in the right spot, right place, and then you can basically connect your wallet, hit swap, and you should be good to go. So some people might ask, why are they migrating to a V2 contract? And so the reason why is because they actually have a ton of zeros. And they say in here, one of the main changes that this migration will generate is a supply decrease. The current supply will be divided by 1 billion, which will lead to a price increase of the Volt token. This will allow us to reach one of the main objectives of this migration, which is to remove 9 zeros of our current price. So right now they have 15 zeros. They're actually going to be subtracting 9, so that really leaves 6 zeros. So when this new V2 comes out, it's going to be 6 zeros. And again, I think that that's really going to open up the doors for them to get listed on a lot more exchanges. You guys all know how I feel about exchanges. You all know that I feel that exchanges are the best way to market your product and get back to the investors that are putting money into this. And they know they need to actually decrease the amount of zeros to get listed on more exchanges out there. Because as you can see right here, centralized exchanges are the main reason of the benefit of this migration. It says that the fact that our current price has 19 decimals is causing a lot of troubles for centralized exchanges. And again, that's just what I'm excited about, is that they recognize this and they know they need to do it before this token, you know, grows 3 to 4 times the size it is now. I just really appreciate that, especially as someone who actually owns Volt tokens right now. You know, they're looking out for us. They're looking out for us as investors. And that's why you know, I couldn't be more excited for a V2. A lot of people get up in arms about V2s and people moving over, but for some reason, I think this is actually going to really help Volt. They're going to be able to get listed on more exchanges. There's going to be more visibility out there. Again, that's what I'm excited about. And I'm just really happy to see the developers recognize that. And I think a lot of people in the Volt army are just super excited to see that. Last but not least, I want to talk about is they have a play to earn game here. This play to earn game is where you can actually log in, you can connect your wallet. And this game sort of reminds me of the old school Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation 1. And I gotta say, I actually really like it. It's super hard, but it's actually fun. And you can earn tokens, you can earn Volt in rewards. You can also challenge other tokens for burns. A lot coming out with this game. In addition to that, you'll be able to play the game and earn more Volt tokens. So like I said, if you are not following Volt, head over to their Twitter page here. Make sure you give them a follow. Make sure you're ready for the migration to come out. I know there's gonna be news coming out here pretty quickly with it. You know, just get ready to migrate your tokens over. So as soon as that migration link drops, I'm gonna be migrating my tokens over as soon as possible. Because again, if you don't get them over within the first week, it could take up to a month before those things actually migrate over. I truly believe that once this V2 contract gets dropped, Volt Inu is going to be on a tear. If you haven't been into their Telegram, make sure you go hit up their Telegram as well. The Volt army is strong. I gotta say, probably one of the strongest armies out here right now. They're always out there doing raids. They're so loyal to Volt Inu. And I gotta say that they did a really good job knowing that it's built on a community. And Volt Inu is really built on a strong community. So I gotta give them props for doing that, because it's just exciting to see a community come together like this. And that's why you don't see a drastic drop in this chart right here. This community is strong. Congrats to them. I'm happy to be part of the Volt army. I've held Volt for a little over a month and a half, almost 2 months now. And again, just super excited to see where this project can go. It's definitely in my favorites right now of tokens that I'm watching, I'm monitoring. With all that said, I hope everyone has an amazing day. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please put them down in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And with all that, we're out. Peace.